Well, this is a bit about the TV licence, and the government have changed the rules if you don't pay it, strangely. Now, what happens at the moment is in the UK, there's a TV licence. If you not for owning a TV, it's for receiving live broadcast from the BBC and others, not just the BBC. But the payment of the TV licence goes to pay for the BBC. So at the moment, if you don't pay the licence, then what will happen is if a little man comes around, whatever, well, it might be a woman comes around, I don't know. Anyway, they could ultimately, if they find out you're watching Columbo in the front room without a licence, then you could be taken to court for not paying said licence. And if you don't pay you'll get fined, obviously, for being very naughty. And if you don't pay the fine, then you could be put in prison. Now, I didn't think we had a debtor's prison in this country. Well, we don't. But if you don't pay this licence, then you do go. Well, you can actually end up in prison. And apparently, I think it's something like 10% of the magistrates' court. They're 10% of their time. I think it's something like that. And they have special magistrates' court just dealing with all these poor people that don't pay the fine. And the actual reality of the situation is it's mainly women that don't pay it, for whatever reason. That it's mainly women that are victims of all this nonsense. And now, if that was an Eastern Bloc country and they said, they have to pay in these Eastern Bloc countries, they have to pay for the propaganda, you just go, well, of course. But this is the United Kingdom. It's absolutely incredible. But one thing, fair play to the government, they are saying that they're going to decriminalise not paying for the TV licence, which is absolutely excellent. And their argument is not that it's unjust or anything else, that it's sexist and it affects more women than men. Well, fair play, it definitely does. And without that, it definitely shouldn't be a criminal offence anyway. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, fair play to them if they take that off. I remember seeing a thing a few years ago when they were discussing all this, and they had that, is it Lord Attenborough saying, no, we've got to keep the BBC independent, we've got to keep all this, I just absolutely crazy. But I just wonder, by decriminalise it, what I suspect is going to happen is that it's just going to be a mass. People have not, a lot of people at the moment are not buying the TV licence because absolutely nothing to watch. And I think they watch other things. I mean, YouTube and all this. There's so many things to watch that you don't need the TV licence because it's just for receiving the live broadcast, or just actually. I mean, everybody kind of receive it, but it's actually actively kind of watching it. But trust me, there's hardly anything to watch. It's just ridiculous. So hats off to the government for doing that. And that'd be the beginning of the end, hopefully, for the whole licence thing. And then the BBC can be on a subscription service. And you choose whether you want to watch it or not. And I suspect that a lot of people will not watch it because a lot of it is absolute nonsense. They did do some good programmes years ago, but now some of the stuff is just such utter rubbish. I can't really think when I watch something on BBC One and sat down and there's a programme. There's I've got to watch Casualty. I've never ever watched Casualty. I knew somebody that was that acted in it, like. I've never ever watched it. I didn't even watch the episode when she was in it. I personally can't think of anything worse. Something about a medical drama about people getting sick and so on. There's a great thing the NHS doing all this, but to watch that as an entertainment show, and that's what it is. I can't honestly think of anything much worse than that. God, but anyway, it's not just that. I'm sure that's a very good show, and I'm sure there's loads of people absolutely love it. But anyway, put it in the comments as to what you think, and please give us a like and subscribe if you feel that's appropriate.